What's going on, everybody? My name is Ryan Corcoran. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be talking about house hacking. Now, house hacking is something I have done multiple times in my life, but we're going to talk about one example where I lived in a 3-family, saved a bunch of money, ended up selling that property, taking that and buying an investment property, and then ultimately buying a single family house after that. The idea in this video is to break down house hacking, first of all, what it is, how you can find these deals, how you actually get into them, what financing options, and from there, what it can actually do for you and the benefits of it. Now, a lot of people are going to hear this and they're going to be like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to live uncomfortably. I want to live in a nice house. But hear me out. Trust me, it'll pay off. Just hear me out, okay? So first of all, what is house hacking? House hacking is essentially buying a single family house, a duplex, a triplex, it could be really any type of property, okay? The idea is that you're living in that property and you're going to rent out space or dwellings in that. So if you buy a single family, we're in a bedroom right now. I could stay in this bedroom and rent out the other 2 bedrooms in this house, collect rent per bedroom, and that's called house hacking, right? I'm collecting income from my primary residence while I'm living there. Now, a more traditional way to do it is to buy a 2-family or a 3-family, live in one of the units that has its own kitchen and bathroom, etc., and rent out the other 2. What I did, I bought a 3-family property in Fitchburg, Massachusetts, and my girlfriend at the time, now wife, and I, we bought a 3-family, we lived in the top floor, and we rented out the 2nd and 1st floor. It covered all of our expenses. I'm just going to break down just some simple numbers for you. Probably could have been renting them for $1,100 each. We moved into one, we paid ourselves into a separate account our rent, right? So we paid $1,100 each month into a separate bank account. We had the 2nd and 3rd floor at $850 when we started because we inherited the tenants. Increased them to $900, up to $950, and then we ultimately ended up selling that property. But if you do some math here, we were collecting almost $2,000 in rent. The mortgage payment was like $1,150. The water was like $300. Electric was another $100. Some repairs and stuff like that, another $100 a month, let's say. So at the end of the day, we were literally making $200 to $300 a month living in this property. Now, don't get me wrong, the thing was an absolute shithole. We put some TLC into it. It was very uncomfortable to live in there. We did it for about 8 to 9 months while living in there. We owned it for just under a year. But yeah, we stayed there, saved up almost $40,000 just from our regular incomes. Why do I think this is the route for everybody? There still is no better tool than house hacking to grow your financial independence, to grow wealth, to get started in real estate, to see if you want to be a landlord, right? It gives you, number 1, the experience of being a landlord. Number 2, do you actually like real estate? And number 3, it's cheaper than renting almost 90% of the time. And the most important is you've bought real estate. Let that thing sit for a year, 2, 3, 5, 10 years, and it could very well double or triple in value. In just 1 year, by doing forced appreciation, we were able to sell that 3-family property, take a $90,000 check, take 30 of that and go buy a primary residence to live in, and take the rest of it and go buy a 10-unit property, which then that 10-unit property made us almost $3,000 a month, which covered all of our expenses on our single-family house and then some. Right, and that's just one example. Obviously, if you guys have been following along, since then, I've purchased over 230 multifamily units. We've flipped about 15 properties this year. We've wholesaled a handful this year. We've got a development project going on in Taunton, Massachusetts. We're putting up 7 triplexes. We got a lot going on. We're growing really fast. Really enjoying it. But this is a good segue into, I do have a coaching program. I'm not trying to sell anybody on this, but if you're interested in learning about real estate, how to find off-market deals, how to put deals together, how to grow a portfolio, just book a free call with me. We can chat. If it's something you'd like to do, you can sign up for the coaching. I'm a huge proponent of coaching in general. I have coaches, I have mentors. I pay friggin' the salary of, I literally pay 20, 30, 40 grand a year to be in the room with people doing bigger things than me, and that's through GoBundance. I have local masterminds, coaching, etc., etc. I'm not gonna ramble on anymore about that, but if you're interested, book a free call. Back to the house hacking. I recommend that every person who is looking to start to build wealth or has any interest in real estate, that should be your starting point. And I'm not saying it has to be. In fact, if I were to go back and do it again, I probably would have thought much bigger. However, for somebody who's not looking to grow a massive portfolio, who's maybe just graduating college, you're about to have your first job, save up 5-10 grand, go get an FHA loan, put 3.5% down. Okay, that will allow you to sneak into this 2-family, 3-family, whatever it is, for 3.5% down. So we're talking, for the most part, $5, $10, maybe $20,000 maximum with closing costs. Not too bad of a gig to get in there to live for almost nothing, right? I mean, if you buy a 3-family, the odds are that you'll be making money while you live there are very, very slim. But if you compare it to paying $16,000, $18,000, $2,000, maybe even more per month, especially where I live, people, friends and family living in Boston paying $2,200 to $2,400 or almost $3 grand a month in rent. And I'm thinking to myself, like, dude, I collected $200 when I first graduated college, right? Each month, because I was living in a house hack. And the idea is that you're putting off, the really nice house, the nice car. You're pushing that off just a year, 2 years, just temporarily pushing that off, living a little bit uncomfortably, but saving all that money, investing all that money, getting your foot in the right direction to start off. And that is that's my advice on house hacking. Please reach out, leave some comments. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to. I can't promise I'll be able to reach out to everyone who reached out to me because I do get a lot. But please leave a comment, and my team or I will be the ones answering those questions. All right. Really appreciate you guys following along. Please share this video, share the channel. I'm really trying to push out as much content as I can. The idea with this channel is to help you guys build financial freedom through real estate investing. We're also going to have a bunch of other cool things on this channel, so be sure to stick around with cars, bikes, traveling, dogs, you name it. It's gonna be fun. So please follow along, subscribe, like the video, and we'll see you in the next one.